Hello everyone, and I welcome you all to another video of our web development series. And so far, what have we learned? Let's just not recap, but let's just point it out. So far we have learned HTML basics, intermediate, right? Then we learned about CSS, which is cascading styling sheet, and we also first learned the basics and then the intermediate part. And then we made a beautiful website. All right, I hope you guys completed that. I mean, it was I can say one of our major projects. All right, so that's great. So all of those who are still with me, so a pat on your back because this is now going to be really great. All right, what we are going to learn, it is going to be really awesome. All right. So first, as I told you in the previous video, and as you can see on the screen, you know what we are going to learn. So we are going to learn about Bootstrap. Now you have heard me saying we are going to learn Bootstrap, but what is Bootstrap exactly? So Bootstrap is a front end library. Okay. Now I am pretty sure you have heard about things called front end, back end, but you are still not sure. You're like, what the heck are these things? So let me just give you a little brief about it. Okay. So I'm going to draw something. Don't get intimidated with it because it's very bad. But sit. Okay. So suppose this is you. Okay. So you meaning user. Okay. Now what? This is the user, right? Now users see something on the screen. Okay, like this is a computer screen and there are some stuff written which user can see, right? And then there is a thing called servers. Okay, these are servers from where we fetch the data. Okay, so what the user can see on the screen and can interact with it, that is called front end. Okay, and what user cannot see and which is very important, but you cannot see it, and from where our servers are maintained, that is called backend. Okay, so in front end, what we use HTML, we use CSS, we use JavaScript. All right, and in the backend, what we use .NET. Okay, and we use Java, Node.js, Node.js as well. Okay, so this is what we can, get what is front end one, what is back end. Okay, I hope this picture is clear to you. Great. Now let's coming back to our topic Bootstrap. So Bootstrap is basically a front end library which helps us to, beautify our code which the user can see. So what is exactly this library? So Bootstrap is nothing, but it is just a bunch of code that was written to be reusable that you can drop into your site and it will make your web designing super easy, super beautiful. All right. So initially Bootstrap was developed by Twitter. So it was developed for their internal working in order to get more consistency across their web pages, but then they made it open source, and I mean the whole world is using it now. Okay. Another thing which Bootstrap provides is, let's just put it in the text, would look better. Another thing which it provides you is pre-typed elements. Okay, I mean, we are going to talk about it, how. All right, but it is like this. Okay. And these elements you can like simply just drop into your code with very minimal effort. All right, so that's great. Now let's see Bootstrap and working. So in your browser, go to codeply.com. Okay. It's taking a bit time, and let's have Bootstrap download. Go to download button, click on the download option. Okay. Now here what we'll do, we'll go to Bootstrap 5, start with Bootstrap 5, and there is some stuff written, we'll just remove it. Okay, so here we'll have one button like we used in our website. Let us do something. Let's come here, we go to button generator. Okay, and here we will say, okay, click me is fine, font is fine, this is fine, this is fine, box, this is fine, this is fine. Border we can change, border radius, let's do 8. Okay, great. Then we can see some code is written over here. So we'll just copy it. We'll paste it. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Great. And here we can give the class as btn, and we can have click me. If we done, you can see the button has been generated and it looks like this. I don't know, there is a problem. This should not look this color, but anyway. So you can see here we have to generate a button. So we went to this buttongenerator.com, all right, and then we copied this whole code. But I mean, copying the whole code again and like this hefty code, that's not nice. So what we'll do, okay, for now we'll just remove it. Okay, and now if we run, it is just a button, simple button, right? Now we see that we have Bootstrap 5 here. So what if I do one thing? I give it btn primary and I run it. Magic. You might be wondering, whoa, what is this, right? I mean, just from what, 3 words, I have made this button. How is that possible? So I told you to download a file, open that zip file, go to CSS, okay, and then just open it. Open it. It is open in a Visual Studio Code. And then you can see that it is just a bunch of CSS written, a bunch of CSS. I mean, see, you can just see how much it is written, and I mean they have like put pre-styling for every element or every class, or I mean you can have the P, you have the address, UL, DD, small, sub, everything. I mean, you might not be sure if these many elements, exist. Alright, so it is something like that. Cool. Hmm. What else? What else? What else? What else we can check here? Okay, nothing as such. Then something here we have something called a class Navbar. Alright. I mean, obviously I cannot find it here, but I'll show you how it works. Okay. And there was something else as well. Yeah. If I change it to just dark and I run it. Nice, it has server, it has everything. Cool. Now suppose I just wrap it in a div. Alright, and here I give div a class of say Navbar, and then I run it again. You can see it has got some padding from here. Alright, and it has got some padding from here. That is basically just what predefined navbar styling is. Alright, great. Similarly, if I give it another um, class and I run it, looks nice, right? I mean, beaten dark. I mean, let's have this primary, so it works. Okay, great. This is what I meant by pre-styling. This is what it provides. I mean, it is a little bit too much. You might think it is so complicated and all, but as you move in the series, you'll know it is nothing, right? And you'll seriously love Bootstrap. And like I personally use Bootstrap all the time. And after watching 3 or 4 videos of Bootstrap, you'll do the same. Okay. So that was just the intro of Bootstrap for now, and many more is to come. So I hope you remember what we did in last video. Alright, so we learned about what is Bootstrap, and like as established, it is a front-end library, right? Then we talked about the difference between front-end and back-end and how exactly our um, Bootstrap works. Like it has a bunch of CSS codes and stuff others. Alright. So what are we going to do in this video? So in this video, we are going to learn how we can um, install Bootstrap on our system. All right. Uh, Great. Okay. So I have opened the same folder, the web dev folder where we have created our CSS project. I hope you remember this project. Okay, I'll just go live and just go through my bad. Okay, I'll just go through it. So yeah, this was the project. Okay. Now here, what I'm going to do, let's just close it for now, and I'll create a folder which I'll say bootstrap lectures. Nice. So here I'm going to have a new file. Let's say index.html. I'll add my boilerplate and suppose I write h1 hello world. Nice. Now if I go live, what would happen? Hello world would be printed. Okay. Now what I want you guys to do is go to Bootstrap site. Okay, the official site. And it is, we have to read installation docs, and there we have like introduction, quick start and stuff. You can study it. Then you can go to download and stuff. So I'll do what? I'll tell you two ways how you can install Bootstrap on your computer. Okay. So first would be go to introduction. Okay. And in the lower link, you can find the CDN links. Okay. So just copy the CDN, this URL, just copy it, copy and go to your HTML file. Okay. and here click on the link latest style sheet, and in the href you are going to paste the link, save it. Now you go to the document and you can see the, okay, what the hell, yeah, okay, you can see that this has changed, right? Okay, just observe it and we'll go back here again. What we're going to do, okay, how did the comment work? I always forget. Okay, it doesn't work like this. Let's say it works like, yeah, great, okay, I remember it. It's control plus forward slash. Okay, just for you guys reference. Now you go to go back to the website. You save it first and see the font has changed, right? And again, for you guys reference, if you have to increment it, you have to do the same step, control plus forward slash. Okay, great. Now I go to go back here and I go here. You can see that something is written as CDN. Now you might be wondering, hey, what is CDN? Okay. So before telling you a bit about CDN, I would like to go somewhere which would be www.submarinecablemap.com. Okay, it's loading a bit, and there we go. It has loaded, and here we are. So you might be wondering, what is all this? Okay, so let's just start from the beginning. So basically CDN stands for Content Delivery Network. Okay, C for content, D for delivery, and N for network. And its concept is really simple. Okay, now if I go into very deep thing, or I may say to the basic concept, so internet, how it is delivered. Have you ever wondered about it? So if I tell you guys, internet is delivered using these cables of submarines. I mean submarine cables. Okay, so it is what it is. Alright, and there is no other way of delivering the internet. Alright, now suppose with I mean this is United States and here is India, right? So suppose I have like if server for any website is in the US. Okay, in the West Coast. It is the West Coast if I remember correctly. Okay, so if and like I try to access that website from India, uh, what would be the process? So then I would probably go through one of these trans like Pacific lines, okay, which joins somewhere here. All right, and like it is in like suppose I am here, so it would join somewhere here and it would come to here. And suppose if I live somewhere here, so internal lines would pass through this map, and here I will get my internet. Okay. Now, as you can imagine, if like the server's location is only this one, okay, where the website exists, then it's a very long route to travel. Right. I mean, uh, like I know that submarine lines are like very fast. Okay, like super fast. But still, they have also some latency would be there. Okay, like maybe a few milliseconds. And suppose if there is a lot of data that I need to fetch over, the images or videos, let's say, then it might be a delayed. Okay. And I don't know about you guys, but I generally don't wait for a website to load beyond maybe like 5 or 6 seconds. Okay. At which point I presume that, oh, it's probably down or there's probably some problem. So like this is where a content delivery network comes in. So what it is that, so instead of hosting a website just in a single location, say over here, we have actually a lot of places where your servers, like suppose this is a server, so same server is copied at many locations. It could be here, it could be here, or suppose it could be here. So I mean, suppose if the local, I mean the copied server is here, and if I have to access it here, so this distance would obviously be very less compared to this whole distance, right? So this is basically where the CDN comes in. Okay, and it dramatically cuts down on the latency, or how long it takes for the website to load up. So that is what the whole concept of CDN is, which is used here. All right. Now that was one way of adding Bootstrap to your project or website. Okay, and then what else? It has also a CDN echo of JavaScript. You might be wondering why JavaScript is necessary. So JavaScript is necessary, all right, and styling it as well. Okay, because suppose if I go to customize and if I go to components and if I have the correct components, they have changed their site a bit, so it's not showing. Suppose give me 1 minute. Bootstrap nav down bar. I mean it was not this. Drop down search. I mean just say let's say just drop down menu. And if I go here in the drop downs, it shows me the drop down and see. This is the code which is written and this is what it does. I mean if I click on this button it would show me different steps. Okay, now this is the functionality, right? And if you remember the first video, I told you all the functionalities are handled via JavaScript. So that's why JavaScript uh, JavaScript CDN is also important. But since we have not studied about it, we're not going to talk about it here. Once we study it, we will come back over this topic. Okay, so great, that is there. Now the second method I wanted to tell you about, like how you can download it, would be go to this download button, and then what you are going to do is if I remember correctly, this is the source download. Okay. Either this was there or this was there. Let's download both these and let's see which one was it. If I open this one, okay, clearly not this one, right? If I open this one, yeah, right. This is the one which we are talking about. So what you will do, you will copy all these source files, I mean everything over here, and whatever the source files are there, you just simply add all the things here, and you can give the acharya the old way which we used to do of internal styling sheets. So I mean, I don't have to say it, but it's a very lengthy process, right? And you don't want to indulge in that. So that's why we use this HREF link. Okay, great. So that was all for this video. So for the past couple of videos, we learned about Bootstrap. Yes, we learned how Bootstrap it can be downloaded and introduction to it. Okay. Now before learning about Bootstrap, there's something called wireframing, which I want to talk about you guys. So wireframing, let me just type it down. Okay, so it's wireframing. Okay, so wireframing is something when you'll web design it. I mean, if you work as a web designer, you'll have to do wireframing. So wireframing is basically what is done on pen and paper. So what you do, you just make something like this on your page, okay, and like on your paper, and then you see or you draw what your web page would look like. Again, it's going to be a rough diagram only. Okay, so suppose this is my web page and I want some content. So if I tell you just the intro of wireframing, what I would do is suppose I'll give this much space to the navbar. Okay, here would be the search buttons, like these things I want to search about on the page, and here I want the company's logo. Okay, and suppose this is 1, 2, and 3. And similarly, I have the page divided into 1, 2, and 3. If I click on this button, it would take me here. If I click on this button, it would take me here. And if I click on this button, it would take me here. So this is what wireframing is. Okay, so this is very basic of wireframing. All right. So yeah, that is what I wanted to talk about. Now coming to like designing this page, what would be required first? The main thing that would be required first is the navbar, right? So how will you design your navbar? So let's go to Chrome. Let's go to Bootstrap, and in the components you will find your navbar, and you can like read about it, how it is, how it works, and supported contents, and then you can see that this navbar is made using this code. Okay, so great. Yes, right? Cool. Now, before jumping into our like Visual Studio, I would like to play a bit with the navbar on our code plan. Okay, so let's go here. Let's clear it and let's have nav here. Okay, I'm not sure if you know about nav element. So let's see what is nav element. So nav type basically defines a set of navigation links. Okay. It is basically like a div, but more if you want to create some navigation links, like on navbar, on footer, where you like you want to have other links combined. Okay, great. Now, what would I be having is UL. Okay, and in the UL, I have the li. Okay, and in the first list I'll have a anchor tag. HREF is going to be random, and let's say contact. Now if I run it, I mean it looks something like this. Okay, but what to do if we want to have something like this here? So you can see that different uh, classes are used, right? So let's try and see how those classes are used. So if I go to li, you can see nav item is used, and in the a it's nav link which is used. So in the li, let's put the class as nav item, and in the a let's put the class as nav link. Now let's try and run it. Okay, so it doesn't look much different than what we can have. We can have navbar in the nav class as navbar. Okay, now we run it. Okay, we got some things, and you will also we have a class. Let's see, it's navbar nav. Okay, navbar nav. Now let's run it. Okay, could have got something with this thing. Okay. So there are other things as well. So let's try and add that as well. One was navbar dark. Select yeah. Why is there nothing over here? That's strange. Okay. I guess I got it. Why nothing else here? Suppose I change it to and let's have PGS dark as well. Yeah, it is available now. So Navbar dark and VG dark. Great, works. Looks nice. Great, great. And what else? Let's have few other allies as well over here. Let's name the first one as pricing, and this one will be named as download. Now one thing you might notice is that these three are coming one by one. What if I want it together? For that, what you can have is Navbar expand. Okay, so here I have something called Navbar expand LD. Let's run it. Okay, let's go changing. Let's change it now. So LG basically means for the larger screens. For the smaller screens, like tablets or phones, it would still be over like this. Okay. Now suppose if I change LG to MD, suppose I change it here. Now what? It is same. But what if I go to more smaller version, it would get into that line. Okay, for like better. I guess is what responsive site means exactly. Okay, so it works. So okay, we have done few things. Now I said I want a brand here, right? If I go here, so it should look a bit different than the others. So how to have that? Um, let's say I have let's say as a tag only of a brand name. We can change it later to image, but since we don't have an image right now, I'll just go with this. We have brand HRF another. Let's say loop works. If I try on run, how does it look? Looks nice, right? Bit different. Well, let's say it's Navbar and now it looks nice. Yes, great. And you can see these are also like styled, great. But one thing you might notice that our logo has to be here and these icons has to be here. So how to have that? We go over to the code and we check. So this M is basically margin. Okay, how much margin we can have. So this all is packeted in the UL. So in the UL we can have something called margin. Okay, from auto. It means it will take as much space as it can from here. So if I run it, and there you go. I mean, this navbar looks really nice. I'll just have to put an image for the logo and you are done. Okay. So you can see the beauty of navbar. I mean, if I have to make this using my own HTML and CSS, it would have been like a nightmare for me. But this one looks nice, right? I expand it. It still works if I like change the size. It looks something like this. Okay. So yeah, so I guess that was it for the Navbar video. I mean, we would be having one more part for the Navbar video. Hello everyone, and I welcome you all to another video of our web development series. And in the couple of videos, like earlier couple of videos, we first looked at wireframing. You know, just having a rough blueprint of our website. So first, what we did, like if I have to create a website, the most necessary thing would be the navbar, right? Where I would have a company logo and some of the buttons here. Okay, which take me to different sections of the page. And then we can have other information on the page, which we would look further. But yeah, that was it. So in the last video, we looked at some of the functionalities of navbar or how to style navbar. Right. If I go to code apply, this is what our website or navbar of our website would look like. By just adding few classes of our Bootstrap. Okay. Now this is a responsive website. So responsive means if I change the size of the screen, this would change to different. Sorry. This would change to like the format would change to get fit in the screen. Suppose if I shrink it a bit, you can see since I have the large here, that means that would only work for the computer screens, not for the tablet or not for the phone. So if I shrink it, responsive behavior kicks in because of this, and this comes here. Okay, yeah, nice. Okay, I can have what MD as well, and if I okay, it was not MD. Let's see what it was. It is MD. Why is it not working? Let's say SM. Okay, I have to click on the link. Yeah, it's okay now. Great. Okay, so we understood different classes and everything. Now something I would like to um, bring on here is, if I shrink on the screen, this doesn't look good, right? I mean, three buttons lying like this, nah. So there is something called toggler. Okay, so what we can do, we can go to toggler and somewhere down below, okay, it's not uh, toggler. What was it? Yeah, okay, responsive behaviors. I mean, navbar expand and stuff. That is what we are looking for. I guess this was the only thing which is what we're looking for. Okay, let's wait for the Google Chrome to respond. I don't know why it just stopped responding. You can go back there. It's still not responding. There is some issue. Let's just try and okay, what the hell? We're waiting for the program, or let's just close it. Okay. Let's just open it again. Okay. Let's go to codefly.com and let's open the navbar bootstrap. Okay. Or if I restore it, would it bring it back? Let's see if our codefly code is back. Obviously it won't be. So let me just quickly write it so that you can also like remember it. We had navbar, expand md, we had navbar dart and bg dart as well. Okay. Then we had a of class navbar brand. Then href of nothing, and here our logo would appear. Then we had a button of class navbar toggle. Yeah, okay. Type is obviously button. I don't think so. This was there. Yeah, buttons are still not there for you. We'll talk it about later. But um, yeah. Anyways, this was there, right? And then we can have a UL of class navbar. Okay. Navbar nav. Then we had a li of class nav item. Then another tag of class as nav link. Just copy it, paste it, paste it. And here you can have contact. Here you can have pricing, and here you can have download. Just run it. Let's see. Yeah, it works. But like that, this should be here, right? So for that, UL class, in UL class you can have margin side as auto. And now let's try and run it. And it's back. Okay, great. Now if I go to Navbar again, I go to toggler, responsive behaviors, and I hope it works. Okay, it works. Okay, see, Navbar scroll. This is like this. If I shrink the screen, you can see that this, and if I click on this drop down button works, right? So this is what we want in our website as well. Okay, so we can see that there is a button called Navbar toggler, right? And this is where we want like this is a button which would like work when the things are collapsed. Okay, and it is contained inside a div which is of class collapse, navbar collapse, right? Okay, I want you guys to just copy this button. Okay, go back to our website, and so we add the button somewhere here. Works? Sorry, but yeah, this works, right? Now the positioning of your div is very crucial. Like where would you place your div? Suppose I place it after the button. Okay, divs after the button we had a span and yeah, everything is okay. So okay, the div your class would be collapse navbar collapse, right? And there had to be ID for which this button would work. So buttons target is what? Navbar. Okay. Yeah, it's Navbar scroll. So just copy it. Okay. And here you just paste it like this. Okay. Let's just expand it a bit. And this div. Okay. Navbar scroll. This works, right? Now just copy this thing and in the bottom you might add it. Okay, now we try to run it and yeah, this looks good. Let's see. This looks like this, but if I go like this button appears. This is what we want and this is how it looks. But I don't want my logo to be here. So how to help that? So simply what you can do, where is your logo? Yeah, this part. You can just copy it and put it outside the div. Now try and run it, and now there's again a problem that the button is here and the logo is here, which I don't want. So what to do? So again, cut the code, push the button, and on the top add the logo. And now run it and it looks perfect, right? So this is what I wanted to talk to you, to you, right? And looks nice, right? So this is what we wanted. Okay, so great, nice. And there are other things which you can read about the Navbar, there are different color schemes, how they work and stuff, and you can look that on your own. So I believe in hands-on training. So the next video we would start with the project, and it is going to be super fun for you guys. Okay. Now, as I told you in the previous videos, we are going to look at something new. I mean, a new project. Okay, which would be experience. I mean, hand-on experience for you as well. Okay. So great. So let me just quickly take you to the site. So TikTok, this is what we are going to make. Okay. And you might be thinking, okay, what is this? Right. So TikTok is basically Tinder for dogs. Okay. This is a hypothetical website. Don't worry about it. Okay. And so this is what we are going to make. I mean, we are going to beautify the website. So one thing I want to bring you is I have okay, yeah, okay. I have this folder 10.master where I have written the skeleton code. Okay. Mm. I don't know why it is not coming, but let's do one thing. Let's just go to coding. Visual Studio Code. And in the file, let's open the folder. Let's go to desktop. Update. Kind master. Yeah. So this is the skeleton code which I have written for you guys. If you go and click on go live, this is what our website looks like currently. Okay, this is all just few images and other stuff. Okay, I'll give you the GitHub link for the skeleton starter. Okay, you can download that from there, or if you want to make it from scratch, it is very simple. Just open it on your browser, check how things are styled, and then you can on your own make the starting thing, right? Because I would recommend you to go with the starter project because you know what it is, you know what is how they're used, how section ID features, everything is used, how images are inserted. So I don't want you to do this, okay? But anyways, it's your choice, okay? So great. Anyways, so this is a starter project. How I did like where the Navbar would come and the title would come out, stuff like that. Okay, okay. Now one thing I would want you guys to have is if you remember the Navbar which we did in the previous couple of videos, try and copy it here. You can write it on your own. So if you cannot, it's fine. I'm going to write it. Okay. So now class of Navbar, Navbar expand what else was there? There was PG danger. Okay. Then we have a new class Navbar. Now and then we have a Y of class nav item. And then we have a class navlink. Okay, and then href. Let's leave it for now. Let's have contact. Okay, now we're going to do what? We're going to copy this, paste it, and see it. Okay, it could be what? Pricing. And here it would be download. Okay, great. Now if I go back to my website, which is I closed it, I just remembered, I'll go live now again. And this is how it looks like. So you might be wondering why it is not showing the Bootstrap form, because we have added the Bootstrap. How to add that? Simply what you'll do, I'll see the page, great, I'll just go to introduction, and here it's not, I'll download. This is what link is here, right? So I'll just copy it, I'll just come over here, and above our style sheet we paste it. I'll save it and let's see. Looks nice, right? I mean, if I change the background to dark, looks like pretty nice, right? Now what else is left here? Yeah, we haven't added our 10 bar, right? I mean 10 dog. So I'll have a div, I'll have a class of Navbar brand, if I correctly remember. Let's see if it worked. Okay. Okay, RMB didn't work. Auto margin, why MB auto, let's check. Bootstrap, how does it work? Let's see. I mean, it works like this only. But why is it not working over here? You can have one thing. Let's have a div. Let's give a class of MB auto. Let's give it. Okay. It's not working right now because clearly I don't remember what was the code here. Okay, so we'll put the changes in of the code in the other video, and we set up our project in the previous video, and I already shared the link in the description of the previous video, so you can set up your project from there. Okay, so like we did it there. Now it's time to get forward after that. Before that, I would like to bring in some changes. So this was the navbar which we made in CodeFly. So I just copied it from there. Alright, it is just the same code, nothing has changed. All right. So yeah, and one more thing, as I told you that there would be some functions in using Bootstrap for that, like the clicking functions or the interaction functions. For that, we would be needing a JavaScript file as well. You don't necessarily need to know what is JavaScript, but as I told you what is JavaScript, why is JavaScript used, so you can like just do one thing, go over here and copy the script as well. Okay, just don't worry about it much for now, just copy it and paste it. Great. Now we'll do one thing, we'll just go live. And this is what we have come with. Okay. And why is it not let's see. Yeah. Okay, this works. MS Auto, right? Okay. Now what I was planning for in this video was yeah, so we were like thinking of in this video that I'll teach you how to position elements using a Bootstrap. Okay. So like we have looked at all the ways that you can lay out items, from changing the position to the display to floating, and you would have noticed that it can get very complex very, very quickly. Okay. So that's why Bootstrap comes in, which helps us in positioning elements very easily. Okay, now before I talk about positioning, and like it would be covered in this video only, but I would also like to talk about responsiveness. Okay, for that I'll go to Airbnb site. Now a lot of people think that responsive means it's fast or it loads up quickly, but actually it is not. Okay, so what it is exactly? So it is like, suppose this is my desktop and layout is like this. Suppose if I am viewing this on a smaller screen, it should change its view to be like more visible. Suppose I like this, the layout changed. So responsive, nothing but your website responding to the screen change. Okay, that is what is responsiveness of the site, and that is what we are going to inculcate in our website. So what we want to do is we want to have this part, meet new interesting dogs hereby, download in like half of the screen, and half of the screen should be covered by this image, mobile image right here. And if we shrink the screen, these all should come on top of one another. Great. Now for that, what we'll do, we'll go to Bootstrap, we'll go to layouts, and we'll go to columns. And this is how you can see columns exactly work. Okay. Now you can read the documentation for your own good. Otherwise, you can just come to code play with me. Okay, here, which I have written cancel. Let's leave this. Let's go to here. Let's clear it. Yeah, we can proceed further now. What I can have is diff of class root. I can have another div of class column. Okay. Now I can give it some style so you can differentiate. Let's say background, color, red. And we can do one thing. Yeah. And then we can have border 1 pixel solid. That works, right? Now we can just say column. I run it. This is how it looks. Now suppose I just copy this and paste it, and I run it again. Okay, there's something missing over here. And border is not coming, right? Okay, this should be solid. Okay, now the beauty of this code is that, of Bootstrap, is that all the divs having the same class column would be like integrated in the same row, having equal space. Suppose I just copy it and paste it over here again, and I run it again, and this is how it is divided. Okay, great. But what if I have to like give this div more space than other div? What to do then? So for that we have another, like I would say, slight variation. Let's say div. I give it a class of row, and here I'll have another div of class column6. Okay, and let's copy this child. Give it another color, let's say green, and here I'll say column 6. Great, right? So basically what is there, that this whole row is divided into 12 parts, and if you like column and give a hyphen and give a number between 1 to 12, that is how many rows your column or that exact div will be acquiring. Suppose I copy this, okay, I paste it and I say 3 and I run it. So this takes 3 spaces out of the 12 spaces of that particular row. Similarly, what I can have, I can give 2 and I run it. Sorry. Okay, now it should work. Okay, so you can see 6 plus 3, 9 plus 2, 11. Only one space is left. That is what one block takes, and these 12 blocks cover the entire row. So that is how this works. To make it more clear, we'll just copy this again. We'll just paste it. We'll say column 1 and we'll run it. And you can see how beautifully it is later. Okay, great. Now there's something I want to talk about. Suppose I change the responsiveness, but it doesn't matter, right? I mean, these things are not responsive. So what to do in that case? You might be thinking about this, right? So for that, what we can, we have another thing. So for that, what we're going to do, we're going to have a div doing the same thing, row. We'll have a div of a class column 26, and we'll copy the style from here. Just copy the style, close it. Okay, and the color part you can have blue. Okay, and run it. Let's see what are the changes. Maybe I have to write something. So let's say column and the 6. And it. See, it takes half of the space, and suppose just copy it and write the same, and I run it, and great, it works. Now suppose I change the screen. See, this has changed the layout. I mean, this part is responsive. So what MD exactly means is that if it is a medium display, okay, like for the medium display, which is basically a tablet, about tablets like app on the desktop, we would have the layout like this, the green and red. But if the size is of medium screen, which is a tablet, or smaller than that, which is a smartphone, we will have the layout somewhat like this. So this is what responsiveness means, and you can see how easily we can, position our elements and have the responsive site. Okay, so that was all the teaching I have to do in this video. Layout, great layout, right? We can make the responsive site. So for that, you can to check the documentation. You can just go to Bootstrap and the layout. You can go to Grid, and there you can see the grid system how it works exactly. Okay, earlier people were not using Bootstrap. There was a thing called Flexbox. Okay, it was a bit complex, at least for me. But with usage of Bootstrap, things are like pretty simple now. Okay, great. Now one thing I would tell you guys is you can remember the code what we did, and you can remember if we changed the code, it looks something like this, right? Okay, great. Now what I want okay, initially it is taking 2 spaces, right? If I change to tablet, it is taking the whole one row. But what if I want something like when it is on the computer screen, it should take 4 spaces. Each row should have 4 columns. Okay. If it is on tablet, and those 4 content should be they should take every row should have 2 columns. I think every column should contain half a line. Okay, are you getting it? So what I'm asking you guys is, suppose I'm on the computer screen. So like in the red part, you can see that there are 3 columns. Similarly, we should have 4 columns. And if I'm on the tablet, we should have the outlay something like this. 2 columns on every row. Okay. So, okay. And that is what we want. For that, first thing I would highly recommend you guys is to go to Grid System. I mean, Bootstrap documentation of Grid System. Try to read about everything, and yeah, that is it. Read it from there and tell me what you found there. Okay, try to get in a project and see if you can do it on your own. But if you cannot, it's fine. We'll do it. So I told you that every row has been divided into 12 columns. So suppose if I want 4 columns on my single row, every column should take what space? 12 by 4, 3 units. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll say large, and here I'll say 3. And I'll say it large 3. I'll just copy it and I'll just paste it. Paste it one more time, paste it one more time. And I'll run it. Perfect. This is what we wanted. 4 columns and a single row. But if I change to desktop, all columns are taken by 100%. What I want is, if I change to tablet version, there should be 2 columns on a single row. So how to achieve that? That is the question. Okay, great. So for that, we can add another class. Column MD. Suppose I want 3 columns on a single row. So what I will do? 3 any what? 3 columns on a single row. So it would be 12 by 3. That is 4. It should be 4. And should be call the 4, right? And simply what I'll do, I'll just copy it, paste it here, I'll just paste it here, and I'll just paste it here. Now if I run, see, I still have in my desktop version or my laptop version 4 columns in a single row. But if I change to my tablet version, okay, things didn't change like we wanted it to. But why is that? Okay, oh, I mean, see, there's a standard size for our MD, which is not actually equivalent to the tablet, which is stored here. It is 896 pixels. So if you go to 896 pixels of the tablet, it would look something like this. Okay, great. Just click on this. This works. If I expand it, it works. It works like this, and then it works like this. Okay, works. I mean, you're understanding what I'm trying to say, right? Okay, great. Now what I want from this is try and do similar thing and put 2 columns in a single row when you are on mobile. So what I want to do, I just need to add another class, column mid 12 by 2 is 6, and just paste 6. And again, we'll do the same changes here. It would be SM, obviously small. Just copy it, paste it, paste it. Something will happen. Okay, so just paste it and paste it. Now run. Works perfectly fine. If I switch, works fine. And if I switch, you will see that when we are on the mobile version, we are getting what we want. Okay, so yeah, great, nice, looks nice, right? So this is what I wanted to bring you notice. Now there is one task I would like to give to you guys. Let me just close it up. Then I close. Okay. Now what I want you guys to do is, if we are on a laptop version, our columns on a single row should be 6. Okay. And we are on a tablet version, your columns should be 4. You may give it any other color and you proceed with the challenge. Pause the video for 2 minutes and see if you can complete it. Okay, so I hope you tried the challenge and hopefully completed it. If you did, I am here. Let's do it. We'll do this, we'll say class, we'll say group. We open the between the div. Then we have a div of simple class column large 2. Column 2 is what? Because 12 divided by 6, that is 2. I want 4, so it will be 12 divided by 4, that is 3. Okay. I have the same content inside the div. Okay, now then what else is to give the style to it. I just copied it, I just close it, I just close this part, and here I give it a style. Rather than blue, I'll give it yellow. Fire in it. Okay, my bad, it says yellow. So see, this column is taking 1/6 of the whole width. Make it more clear, what I'll do is just copy it and I'll start placing it. Vertex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In it, and you can see that 6 columns comfortably fit on a single row. And if I change to width, you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, as stated by here, 4 columns should be present on a single row. So it is present over here as well. So I mean, that was all the responsiveness thing I wanted to talk about to you guys in this video. And with this thing, you have completed the grid system, the one which was created by I guess every front-end developer because of the old Flexbox system, but it is super easy now. Alright, now if I go back to Bootstrap, yeah, here you can read the documentation about everything. If you any confusion or anything, just go through this thing. Okay, you will figure it out how to do it. Okay, then yeah, that was it for this video. And in the next video, most probably we'll start with inculcating this grid system in our project, which was there. So what I wanted was that we should have meeting and interesting notes and these two download buttons at the left side of the page and this image over somewhere here. And I hope you are able to catch up with whatever we have done till now. So last thing we did was grid system and I told you how to do that, right? So if I go to Bootstrap start, code apply, then you can see this is what we did. Okay, so this was all. And now the thing is we want to have this, we want to incorporate grid system in our web page. So what we want here is that we want this meet new and existing dogs nearby and this download buttons to take half the page and half of the page should be covered by this photo. Okay, so this is a challenge. Try to complete it on your own. Pause the video and give it a go. Okay, so I hope you tried it and well, we are back here. Now let's see how this would work. Okay, so before that we can see that we have a title. Okay, this is the title part here, and here basically we want to give those changes. So what you are going to do here is simply put a div here. Okay, what class row, right? And this step would be taking, okay, great. Now, I'm just beautifying it a bit so it will look nice. So yeah, this is what we have come up with. Now what I want here is that this should take half the space as I told you, but if I shrink the size, all should take like the whole width of the row. Okay, so I hope you remember how we used to do it. It was fairly very easy. So just give it a class of column large 6 and I'll save it. Similarly, here also is a class of column large 6 and save it. And this is what you come up with. Looks nice, right? Great. Now if I suppose shrink size, you can see that all come under one another. And this is the responsiveness we used to talk about. Looking pretty nice, right? And this was all done. Okay, great. I want to give it a background color as well so that it looks nice. I mean more nice. So what we're going to do here is simply mm, mm, okay, like okay, great. This is okay. We'll just go here to CSS style.css and where we want to have the CSS in the section of ID title. So I hope you remember how we used to uh, select selector. So if the selector is an element, we just simply used to write the element. If it was a class, we simply used to write class. Okay, but since it is an ID, we use hashtag. We give it a title and we'll give it a background color. So I told you it looks similar like Tinder, but for dogs. So let us give the standard Tinder color. I hope you might have seen that. So this is it. Let's see. Great. Looks nice, right? I mean, this color doesn't look nice. It doesn't go with this. So what we'll do is there is simply we'll go to index. This was the part. Navbar dark. We'll just remove it. We'll save it. And okay. Okay, it was BG dark, right? Because it was BG dark. Now if I save it, yeah, we got it. What we wanted. Looks nice, right? Great. Now another thing I want here is what would I want here? Yeah, okay. Now another challenge I would give you is embed two fonts, Ubuntu and Montserrat from the Google Fonts. Okay. Fonts.google, we go here. Search for the font. As I had Montserrat font. Okay. Okay. Where do I have? So what I want, I don't want Meriwether. Okay, I want Montserrat. I don't want Sacramento as well. So Montserrat is there. I can just copy the link. And another one which I wanted was Ubuntu. Ubuntu is here. Okay. I'll just select the regular one. And what I'll do, I'll just copy this link. Okay. And in my head, somewhere here, I'll just paste it. Okay. Works. Right. I'll save it. Now what I want is you can see this part. I wanted to change it. I want you to modify it in a font of Montserrat Black. Size would be 3rem and let's give it a line height of 1.5. That works. Okay. Now you can see that this title here, you can see that it is covered by H1, and you can like go through this page and you can see that there's no H1 here as well. So what you will do, you will simply come here, you will get the styling to all our H1s. Not all our H1s need that H1. So I said font family, that would be what? Okay, it doesn't look like that. Okay, let's give it more, say, black. Okay. I want font size to be 3rem and line height of 1.5. Wait. And if I save it, then this is how this looks. I mean, suppose if I comment this line, I save it, and if I go back here, it looks like this. But if I just do Control KC and if I save it, it looks like this. So I hope this looks good to you. I mean, this font looks good to me at least. You can change it if you want. Okay. And tools, I mean, you can go over here, you can go to Google Fonts. Since I checked the Montserrat, you can simply go here. You can just turn on the family. Although it was not necessary, but I just showed it to you so that you would be able to see it. Okay, and what else? There are different fonts you can check on your own. Okay, so yeah, that was all, and you can play on your own. The only thing was responsiveness, which we can see works on this side and looks good, right? So yeah, that was it. Hello everyone, and I welcome you all to another video of our web development series. And yeah, so far we have learned a lot of things, right? So in this video, we are going to look at next Bootstrap element, which is containers. Okay. Now let's go to Bootstrap documentation. Go to layout, and here we can see that containers. Okay, so you can see containers are basically fundamental building blocks of Bootstrap that contains pad and line of content with a given device viewport. So containers are basically a building block for a lot of the components in Bootstrap. Okay, it's actually required when you use a lot of Bootstrap components. Okay, like if we go to the grid system, you can see that all the grids are contained in a container class. Okay, and this is really useful because it allows us to horizontally center or to pad out our content. Okay. What I'll do, I'll just simply go to codeply.com. Once again, I'll just go to Bootstrap. I don't want these. I'll just clear out this. I'll have a div of class container. Okay, I'll save it. Not save it. Okay. I'll just go to Laura Website Generator. Okay, because I want some text there. I'll just copy this part. I'll just go here and I just paste it. I'll save it. Why is it happening every time? But never mind. What you can do, you can have the background color from here only. And this. And now if I run it, this is how it looks. Great. Now what I can do is, suppose I make it like this. And I'll just change it to vertical, and you can see this is how containers actually works. Okay, great. And you can see that what is it? Responsiveness is already there. Okay, when we use the class container, you can see that responsiveness is already there. If I go back to container, so basically containers, it sets a maximum width. Suppose if I go to laptop, there's still some space left here and there, so there is some margin as well. What I can do, I'll just copy the whole thing again. I'll just paste it back here. I'll just change the background color to red, and I'll change the to fluid. I'll run it, and well, you can see. Okay, can you see some differences here? First, this is taking the whole space, it's not taking the whole space. Second thing, you can see that the upper one is a little bit jiffy, and the lower one is like looks seamless, right? See, if I go like this, it is changing dynamically the down one. The upper one just changes like how should I say, like statically, like suppose its breakpoint is 1590 px, so just after 1590 px it changes the outlier, whereas this one looks nice. I mean, looks more dynamic. Okay, you can see that. Yeah, so I mean, you can see that the lower one of the container fluid looks better, looks more seemingly flawless. So if I go back here to my project code, I go to live, and this is how it looks, and I want the same thing to happen here. So what I'll do, I'll just simply come here. Okay, above here, I'll give it a div of class container fluid and save it. And I don't want it to be here, I'll just cut it, and down here, somewhere here, I want it. I'll save it, and this is how it looks now. Let's see. Okay, great. Now another thing which I want here is I want to style the container fluid as well. So I'll say container fluid. Okay, I want some padding. So I want 3% on top and bottom and 15% on left and right. So if I go back there, so yeah, looks amazing, right? Great. So this is what I wanted to teach you in this video. We have done quite a lot of things in our project, which looks something like this currently. Okay, great. Now it doesn't matter. I'm just clicking the buttons randomly, but yeah. Now in the last video, as I told you, we would be changing these buttons. I mean, because you can see these buttons look very out of place, right? They doesn't look nice. So what would we do here? That is the question, right? Now what we are going to do here is we are going to change these buttons. So how to do that? Simply we go to Bootstrap documentation. In the where can I find the buttons? Okay, buttons are in the component. So you can see buttons are basically Bootstrap's custom button styles for actions in form, dialogues, and like basically they are um, just they help us in styling the buttons which do some action like on submit and stuff like that. Oh, great. Now there is a base class for button that is .btn. For every button you have to use .btn. Okay. And then there are different variants, like you can have different colors like this. For like blue color you can have BTN primary, for secondary BTN secondary, for yellow it's BTN warning. Great. Then there are different button tags, import tags and stuff like that, reset. And we have outline buttons, not filling the whole part, but just the outlines. So that for that you have BTN outline and different terms for different colors. Great, nice. And after that you have the sizes. Some are large buttons, some are small buttons. You can have the custom buttons. You have the disable state as well. Okay, and there are some buttons which take the whole width, like block buttons and other stuff. Okay, you can just check it on your own. Great. Now what I want from you guys is I want this button to be in black color, and I want this button to be outlined in white. Okay, so that they look nice. Okay, so pause the video and try the challenge. You have to give this background color, dark background color, and this you have to outline it white. Now I hope you might have done it. Now it's my turn to show you how to do that. So here is a button. Let's give them a space so we can figure it out. These are our buttons. So for the first button, I'm going to give it a class. So BTN is like we have to give all the buttons BTN if they have to be customized using Bootstrap. That is a given. Then I want BTN dark. Let's go. It looks nice, right? Built in place. And the second button, what I want is um, like this was our BTN dark, so it's BTN dark. The second button, outline button, I want this one. So it is BTN outline dark. Sorry, outline light. Because dark is this one. So this is BTN outline light. We'll go back here. What we'll do, we'll have a class btn and then btn outline light, right? I save it, I go back, and voila! This is how this looks. Really great, right? The only thing that is missing is these buttons have to be a little bigger in size. So for that, we have the large buttons. You can have the BT and LG. So nothing much. We'll just add BT and LG there, and same thing here as well. Save it, and we go back here, and nice. Looks really great, right? Now you might have seen sites. You know that these two download buttons are for one is for the iOS and one for is the App Store, iOS Store and App Store. I mean Play Store, and one is for the App Store. So we always know that black is always used for the App Store, and white one is used for the Play Store. I mean you can have different annotations as well for that, but that is how the standard things goes, and that is what I need to follow. So to specify this, I can add a Apple logo here and a Play Store logo here. So how we'll do that? For that, it is very simple. We just go to font, awesome.com. Okay, just like Bootstrap, Font Awesome basically provides us different fonts. Okay, I mean, suppose if I check Apple here, I can just copy this icon. Like, how will I do that? I'll just copy this part and I'll just paste it there, and it will look nice, right? But before that, just like we had a Bootstrap CDN embedded in our code, we have to do that. We have to do the same thing here as well. Okay. Now, where would I find it? And we found awesome. We found awesome stuff supposed to be somewhere here. Okay, we have to basically create a kit, copy our kits and code into head, and we can do this thing. Okay, this is okay. We'll just start with the kit. We'll use a kit. Okay. Okay, we have to use a kit. So see if we have signed in. We haven't signed in. So we'll just okay. We have signed in already. So I'll say this and I will sign in. Okay, you can create your kit. Okay, then so I'll just copy this script part, right? I'll go back on the web page and somewhere I'll just paste it. Well, that is what it is asking me. We can add different icons here as well. Okay. Now if I go to here, suppose I set the apple and this is what I get. I'll simply copy the code snippet and down the here I just for download I just paste it and give it space and save it and see if it works on my site or not. And it works. And tell me, doesn't it look good? It does, right? So yeah, great. Now similarly what I'll do, I'll just go to Play Store. I'll say Play Store. Okay, Play Store. Okay, I'm not getting, let's say Android. Okay, that doesn't look as well app. We get the Apple signs. Let's say Play Store. Play. Google Play. Right, this is what we want. Just copy the code here and back down here. We paste it again and we will save it. Now let's see how it works. And we got the buttons, which really looks in place now, right? So that was all we had to talk about in this video, the button component, and our, like, at least the top part of our website is looking much better, much great. I mean, it actually looks like it has been completed. All we had to do is go down here, change other stuff as well. Okay, so yeah, great. So okay, thank you for watching this video. I welcome you all to another video of our web development series. And so just to give you a very quick recap what we are doing till now. So we have learned about Bootstrap, right? Intro to Bootstrap, and we are currently on something called like on a project. All right. So if I just go live on this, this is how it looks currently. Okay. So yeah, nice, right? Now what I want is, like, let's try and beautify our site a bit more, right? So for that, there are a few things which we want to do. So let's think about it and let's see if you can come up with the solution for that. So what I want from you guys is, you can see that this text is in Montserrat, but these other text, what do we say, style is a little different. This is the bootstrap style, which is like everywhere. So you wanted to change it and make it a Montserrat. So can you like think of how you do that? Okay. So I hope you tried something and came up with a solution. Let's see if your solution and my solution is same. So I'll just zoom it a bit. Great. Now all these texts are inside an element. Okay. And that element is body, right? Great. So what we are going to do here is, simply above here I'll just say body, and in the font family I'm just going to say Montserrat. Yes. Now if I go back, well, we can see that it has been changed. Let's see if let's see. I just comment it out and this is what it looks now, and if I uncomment it, now it is, so you can see the changes, right? So this is like, I like this styling mode. Okay, great. So that was the first challenge. Now, second challenge I would like to give to you guys is, you can see this part. This is currently in black color, but our theme here is of red and white. Like we can say that, right? So can you like try and change the color to make this color to white? So pause the video and give it a go. So I hope you came up with a solution, and I'm pretty sure the solution which you came up with would be that here in the next one you would have changed the color, right? But what you can't have done is, um, let's see, where is H1? H1 is over here, right? And what else we could say is that in this section, which ID is title, it contains the h1 which is there. Okay, suppose in if I add a subtext or anything, I have to make that white as well. So rather than just changing the styling of h1, we can just change the font color of title, right? What I can do here is I just say color, and just remember triple F is white's color, hashtag FFF, and this is white color. Now if I go back, and yeah, this is how it looks. Great. Now another challenge I would like to give to you guys is styling our navigation bar. Like this is the styling which is given by the Bootstrap, but I would like to change it a little bit. You can have the nav brand a little bigger, right? That is a must thing. And these buttons also like need to get a bigger and a little bit space between them. So first thing first, let's change the branding, I mean size of this branding. So what we'll do, go to our old CSS style sheet, and here I'll just say navigation bar. Okay, and I'll do Control C. Great. So this is how we know that here we are styling the navigation bar. So first of all, I have Navbar brand, and we'll change the font family as well, which will be Ubuntu. Then we'll have the, let's say, font size to works. We'll have the font way to be good. Let's save it. Let's see. Yeah, looking nice, right? Now it looks like it is a brand. Great. Now what I want to be the next thing is there should be a little space over here, like this is looking too cluttered. So what to do? We'll just give our navigation bar, which is navbar, some padding from the padding from the bottom. How much? Let's say 4.5 area. Okay, if I go back, and yeah, looks nice, right? Yeah, so far uh, what we can do, no, yeah, we can have some padding between them. So we'll go to dot nav item, and here we'll give it a padding of bottom and top 0 and 18 pixels from left and right. Great, the spacing looks nice. Now, what else? The nav, and I want to increase the size. So how I can do that? So go here, you can see that nav link is the one which we have to target. And say nav link. And here I'll have the font size. Let's say 122 Arial. Great. Let's change the font family to Montserrat Light. Okay. Great. I save it and if I go back, so this is what it looks like and it looks nice. Right. Yes. Great. Now, I guess that was all for this video at least. We have styled on Navbar and this colors and etc. Now, what we are going to do here is that in the next video, we'll be looking to style a bit our buttons and then we'll go down our website and change things up there as well. So another video of our web development series, and in previous video we continued working on our project, right? So what we did here, let me just go live and let's see what we did exactly. So what we did was we made many changes. We like putting spaces between these and changing the font here, increasing the margin here, and stuff like that. Okay, great. Now one thing I want to talk to you guys for the first. You can see this text and you can see this text. These two are almost kind of equal to each other, right? And we don't want that, right? I mean, this text should be a little greater than the heading one. So what can we do here? Simply what can we do here is that in H1 it is 3 areas. So let's make it 3.5. We will save it. And now it looks kind of nice. And in the Navbar brand, let's decrease that to 2.3 and let's say, or let's do it 2.1 and we'll see. Yeah, perfect. Nice. Great. Now, as I told you in this video, we are going to look at the buttons. Okay, so my buttons are really looking very nice. The only problem here is not much distance is there between this and between the buttons themselves. Okay, so what you can do simply, let's go and where is star? Okay. Okay, here you can simply write download buttons. Download buttons are the ones which we are gonna tackle. Okay, if I go to the download buttons, where are they? Here. So you can see that their class is btn, btn, and btnlg. Okay, great. Now one thing there is, like, I can target this class, but if we go back to our website, we can see that there are many buttons here as well, right? We can't target them, right? Because we don't want the same thing applied to the other buttons as well. So what we're going to do, we'll just add our own class, let's say download button, and here we'll do the same thing, download button, let's save it. And in the styling sheet, the class which we'll target is download button. We'll save it. And we'll put some margin over here. Okay. So top margin will be 5%. Okay. Some spelling mistake here. But anyways, yeah, top would be 5%. From right, it would be 3%. And from the bottom, we would have 5% and then 0%. Great. Now this is like I experimented it through like various specifications here, and this is the one which came like which looked good to me. Okay, and obviously you can just change them and you can just play with it, experiment on it, and you can find the one which suits you. Okay, if I save it and if I go back, okay, yeah, and this is how it looks, and it really looks nice, right? So yeah, great. Now another thing which I want to tackle now is this phone image. Okay, so for that, what I need to do, we have something called title image. We'll save it, and yeah, great. And now we'll see what we'll do here. But before that, let me tell you what we are going to do. We are going to shrink this size, okay, to 60% of its parent's container. So simply what I'm going to do is we'll first check which class to target. If I come back here, we can see that there is no class attached to it. So we'll just give it a class of, let's say, title image. We'll save it and then we'll go back here. Now what we're going to do, we'll target the title image, and here we are going to give it a width of 60%. Let's save it. Let's see. Great. Looks nice. Pretty nice, right? Great. Now I want to talk to you about one of these CSS properties called transform. So we'll see what it is all about. So we want this font to be tilted a bit. Okay. Now what we'll do for that, we are going to search how to rotate an image in CSS, and this we can see the end document here. So we can see that rotate is a CSS function which defines a transformation that rotates an element around a fixed point on the 2D plane. Without deforming it, its result is a transform function data type. Okay. Then we can check the syntax, values, examples, and here we can check the example. See, the one with the background color of blue, it is intact. But in the rotated one, what we did, we do it something like this: transform, rotate 45 degrees. And well, this is how it looks. Okay. No. Okay. Okay, well, one thing we can do, we can just go to code play. Okay, I'll just show you what we're going to do here. What can I do? Let's just click on Bootstrap 4 currently for now, and here I have this. I'll just paste it and I'll save it, and in the CSS, what am I going to do? I'm going to paste this part and I just paste it. Okay, if I run it, this is how it looks. Great, it works. Now if I change it to -45 degree and I run it, this is how it looks. So basically what I want to show you here is that the positive values basically rotate the image or div or any element to clockwise direction. Suppose I say 90 degree. What would happen? See, it is rotated 90 degree clockwise. Okay, and similarly we can do negative, which I told you. So yeah, let's do 180 degree. Be upright. Okay, great. Now the only thing left to do is have this thing on our image. So here, what we can have, we can write transform. We can write rotate, and here we have to rotate the thing. Now the best number which I could come up with was 25 degree. But again, all the hit and tries, and this worked for me. And you may experiment with it and find your own suitable one. So, but yeah, this is how it looks. And yeah, I can say that my current page of Tinder is looking nice, right? Now that was all for this video, and in the next video what we are going to do, we are going to style the rest of the parts left. Okay, I mean it would take 1 or 2 videos and that would be it, and you would again come up with a very nice project of your own. Hello everyone, and I welcome you all to another video of our web development series. And so far we have been styling our site for the past couple of videos, and if I go live on my screen, this is how it looks currently. Okay, the next portion I want to target would be the features, um, which would be this part. Okay, now what I would like to do here is, this is the complete project. Okay, so I want to get something like this, which is here. Okay, you can see the text. Okay, they're greatly aligned, and you can see the icons, the font awesome icons, and if I click on them, they change the color as well. Great. Now what I want to do, let's head back to our, and one more thing, this has this. If I minimize it, and if I make it short, you can see it is responsive as well. Okay, so yeah, here we are. So for that, first to have all these three in a single row, now we have to add a div of class column large 4. Okay, I'll just copy it. Great. Now what I do, I'll just copy this. I mean, cut this part. Paste it here. Similarly, I'm going to cut this part and I'm going to paste it here. And I'm going to cut this part and just paste it here as well. Okay. Now you will notice that if I save it and if I go back, nothing has changed. Why is that? Because we have to add a div class, and a div class of row. Okay, works. Let's remove this div from here, and here from where I will place it. And now it is the same. It works the same. Okay, this text is coming 2 times. Let's see why is that. Okay, my bad. We have to Now it should work. Okay, now it works. Now another thing which is over here is that you can see that there is some padding over every part of this thing. So how to get this padding? So in order to get this padding, and obviously when I am saying some task, you have to pause the video and give it a go yourself. Okay. Anyways, I hope you tried it and you're back. If you have succeeded, it great. If you haven't, I'm there to help you. So all these are contained inside what? A section with an ID features. So here we'll just have a features section. We'll do Control KC and we'll save it and we'll go down and here have our features. Okay, and here I'm going to give it a padding of 7% from top and 15% from left and right, and 7% from top and bottom and 15% from left and right. I save it, I go back, and yeah, it looks nice, right? Great. Now what I can have, I can go back to here. We can see that these texts which are over here are like in a single line, not like this. So what to do for that? For that, if I go back here, I have to get one more class, obviously, and we'll call it feature box. We'll give it to all of them. Okay, I'll save it, and here I'll target my feature box. So I'll have first text line to center. I save it, and here we have it at center. Now you can see that this text is taking too much of it. Here you can read it very easily. It is concise. It is taking too much of it. So to help that, we are going to have a padding of 5%. And voila, this is what we needed. Right? So it is looking somewhat like this, not exactly like that, but still it is something. Okay, and let's check the responsiveness, and it is responsive as well. Okay, great. Now another thing is we have to target this part. Okay, how to do that? And see, it is inside H3, so we'll just target H3 over. Okay, sorry. Yeah, you can target H3 over here, somewhere here. Let's see. H3. I'll have the font family as Montserrat bold. Go back. It is looking something like this, which is not that, but you can see bold CSS. We have to give it a font weight of bold. We can see that. Let's give it a font. Now if I go back, and this is how it looks. Okay. Great. I mean, it is not exactly like this text, but it's still like I'm using it with my own stuff. Okay. So this is what I like. Or otherwise, you can give it a bold. Now let's see. Great, works for me at least. You can like change the font to something else if you want, but I mean, I like this. And you can see that color over here is a little bit different. So to give it a different color, what we're gonna have is we'll have a paragraph tag, and in the paragraph tag we can change the color to 8F8F8F. That is the gray color. And this is what we have come up with. Pretty cool, right? Okay, nice. Now what I want to do is I want to go to fonts, awesome, and what we can do is we can go to your kit. We just add a new kit. Okay, we can go to this kit only. I'll just go to icons and okay, let's do one thing. Let's search for the icon which we are looking for. So first is check circle. Let's see. This works. This will work. Let's just try and paste it to that page to see if it works or not. It would be in the feature section about page 3. I'll paste it. Let's see if it would work on my side. Okay, it works. Great. Similarly, what I can have is bullseye. Okay, this one works. I'll just copy it and paste it over here. So that we'll see. Okay, it works as well. And the third one would be heart. You can see it is a solid heart, so we'll just copy it as well, and here I'll just paste it. And if I come back here to my side, everything works. Okay. Okay. Now you can see that there are you can see that we have very short icons. We don't want that. So you can go to default size, and suppose I select 2XL. You can see we have added another class of FA2XL. Okay. So what I want is I don't want that. I'll say FA 4x. Let's save it. Let's see. Great. This is what we wanted. And similarly, we'll do the same thing. Just copy it, paste it over here, and similarly, I'll just paste it over here. I'll just save it. And yeah, looks nice, right? Great. I can then size is different from ours, so we can give it a different size as well. So let's see, I'll just give it one size of 1.5 RA. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Okay, pretty nice, right? Now we have to fill in this color, and we have to give some space over here, and we have to give it a, what should I say, a pseudo selector, the hover function. Hello everyone, and I welcome you all to another video of our web development series. And so for like past few videos, what we have done till now, we have tried to implement this site. I mean, trying to make this site. Okay, so yeah, so till now we have completed this part, which is our what is this called? the title section. Okay, and then in the feature section we did few work as well. Okay, and similarly we'll go down and down and we'll complete the other parts as well. Okay, great. So one thing, let's open the 10 docs site. Uh, yeah, let's open this one. And this is what we will try to copy here. Okay, so let's see how we will do that. We'll go back to our site. So here we have to change the color of the icons. Okay, so in the feature section I can see that here the icons are like this one, and then this one. Okay, great. So how to do that? So for targeting this, we need to have a family for them, right? So what would be the family for them? Let's see. So according to me, there is no common family other than FS Solid, which maybe come in the future, and we don't want to change in that. So just simply what we'll do, we'll have an icon class. Okay, everywhere. We'll save it. We'll go back here and we'll target the icon, and yeah. So we want the color to be okay. Yeah, this one would work. Now if I go back, so yeah, this is the color right now. Looking great, right? I want a little bit padding between this and this because it looks a bit cluttered over here. So for that, what I'm going to do, uh, I'll give it a margin of bottom of 1 rem, let's say, and great, looks nice, right? Now, I told you about the pseudo class. I hope you remember, which is the hover. I mean, when we hover, it would change its transition, or it would change the animation a bit like this. Okay. So you can see it is the same color as this one. So simply what we are going to do here is, and I can hover, we'll put the color to this one, right? We'll save it. And nice. Looks pretty nice, right? Great, 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 great. Now I want to target the other sections, and in the following I mean in the next video, or yeah, in the next video we'll learn about another Bootstrap class or component called Carousel. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So you can see that this is an animation or slideshow kind of thing, right? So this is what we want, and this is what is called Carousel. Okay, so this is what we are going to study. But before that, what we are going to do, we are going to style our this thing a bit. Okay, so how to do that? Let's go to our Visual Studio. And we can see it is under a testimonial section. So what we'll do, we'll have a testimonial section, and we'll just comment it out, Control K plus C, and yeah. Now if I go back here, you can see that it is contained under an ID of testimonials. So first thing I would like to do is to contain all this thing inside here, I mean in the center, right? So for that I will target our testimonials ID. Here I will have text align as center, Great. Now how it looks? Looks nice. I want a little bit padding over here as well. So let's say padding of 7% from top and bottom and 15% from left and right. And yeah, this is how it looks. Nice. Great. And what else I want? Okay. When you're making a single page application, so what you would like to have is like suppose this section was colored, this section is to be supposed white, and this section is supposed to be colored again. Okay, it distinguishes between the different sections of our page. So for that I am going to have a background color of let's say this. I save it and yeah, great, right? Looking nice. Now what I want is like this color is not going with this, right? Because you can see this has the white text. Okay, so how to get that? Simply what you will do is you'll have color of white. Let's say red. Let's see. Great. Now I want this text to be again bold and little bit big. So how I'll do that? Let's see. You can see one thing that it is contained inside H2. So I'll just go to the styles to the top over here. I'll push it a little and here I'll have H2 with the font family of Montserrat Black. Let's save it. And I'll be having my font size as 3rem, and then I'll have my line height as, let's say, this. Now how it looks? Okay. There is some issue over here. Let's have bold. Now let's see. Okay. 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 Let's do one thing. Let's try and have this image somewhere different so we can see it. Okay. So let's target the image over here. Let's add a class for it as testimonial image, and here I will target our okay. How will I target it? That's a question. I'll have it with as 10%. Now if I go back and it is still like that, we'll have the order radius as, let's say, 100% to get it in a circular manner, and then we'll have some margin of, let's say, 20%. Now we'll go back and okay. So clearly there is some issue. It won't be REM, I guess. Let's save it. And yeah, now this works. Okay, great. Now you can see what I did. I just checked the line height here. It is not in the REM. It is just 1.5. So that's why we had it. So, okay, this works, right? And then we had the, like, suppose we'll remove the width from here. We'll save it. And here we got our image. Okay, I didn't want to remove the width. I just want to remove the margin over here. Okay, and this is how it looks. So I guess I would be needing some margin. Okay, let's have the margin, but let's have it at 15%. And okay, this works. And we can have the width also at 15%. Okay, great. Now this actually works. So, okay, great. It's looking a bit like this. I mean, it didn't, change it like we wanted it. So that is the whoever made it, it's their problem, but this is how I would like to have it. Okay. So yeah, great, great. Now, I guess that would be it for this video at least. And in the last video, we customized our, our testimonial section like this. Okay? And so far, this is what the website is looking. Okay, so the next thing I want is that you can see that these, what do we call this thing? Press. Okay, so this is, a little, I mean, it would be included in the testimonial section only. Okay. So to figure out how to do that, what we'll do simply, you can see that its ID is press. So here, what you're going to do, I'm simply going to target the press, and the background color is going to be the this one, which is the background color for testimonial. So this is how it looks. Okay, it looks great. Okay, but it would be needing some space, right? So we'll have the padding bottom, let's say 3%. Okay, nice. Now we would like the text to be aligned the center, so we will say center. Great. Now one thing which is missing over here is that you can see this text are really big. I mean bigger than this our heading. So how to counter that? Simply you will be needing to counter these images. So if I go back to the images in the where was I? Pricing, pricing, price. Okay, yeah, this your image. This is where you want to change the class. So simply, what I'll do, I'll have a class of let's say press logo. I'll just copy it, and I'll just copy it, and inside every, I'll just paste it. Okay, like this. Okay, looks wonderful. Great. Now here simply I'm going to target my logo. I'll have the width to be let's say 15%. I'll save it. And yeah, looking nice. Now I want some spacing between them. So simply I'm going to have a margin of let's say 20 pixels from the top, 20 pixels from the left, 20 pixels from the right, 50 pixels from the bottom, and 20 pixels from the left. And yeah, now it looks really nice, right? Now, as I told you, we would be learning about carousel. Okay, so obviously no one can have one testimonial only. It would have different testimonials. So how to have different testimonials? You will simply go to Bootstrap. In the component, you can see carousel. Okay, we open code live. Okay. I don't know why is not working. Let's have the code play again. Let's hope it works now. Let's see. But till then, we will see what carousel is. Okay, it's working. Great. So carousel is basically a slideshow component for cycling through elements, images, or slides of text. Okay. Let's see how it works. Then there's basic example. Here is I can just click on this button and it will take me to different slides in the basic example. Okay. And there are different options as you can check. Then we can have something called auto playing carousels as well. Okay. Different stuff over here. You can check them. Okay. Then main thing is options. Okay. So first is the interval. So interval is basically used for automatic carousels. Then there's keyboard, whether the carousel should react to keyboard events or not. Then we have a pause. If we hover over it, then there's a right. If it is set to true, the autoplay the carousel. Okay. Great. Now first we look at auto playing carousels. Okay, here we have our auto playing carousel. What are we going to do? We are just going to copy this part and we'll just click on Bootstrap, and over here I'll just paste it and I'll try to run it. You can see that we don't here we don't have the images, right? So for that, what we are going to do, you can see that class is carousel actor. So here we have class of carousel item. We have height of 500 pixels around. Okay, great. Now in here with all the details, you have some okay, not here. Okay, yeah. Style of, let's say, background color to be red. And why am I saying like that? Something like that. So just copy it and I will paste it in the other div here. And I'll change the color to yellow. Okay. Background color changed to yellow, and here I'll change it to green. Now if I run it, hopefully this works. Okay. Now you can see that this is like this. Okay. Wait patiently. It will change the color, hopefully. Okay. We can say you can see it changed the color on its own. Right? So this is what I am talking about. And similarly it would change the color to another one. Let's hope it does. Okay, it does. Now one thing, why? All right. Okay. Now we can control the timing of it as well. Checked it in the option part. Back, down, down, down. Here, interval. Okay. So what you have here, you have data interval. Let's say it's not to limit. Okay, it's not changing. Yes, we have to add BS as well. Now let's see. Okay, great. I can see that it is changing the color on every second, right? So this is the beauty of it. Okay, great. Then we have something called pause, which must be over here anywhere. Okay, it's not over here anywhere, but what it does, it pauses the slide like this, which we are doing currently. Okay, the slide can move on its own, and here we pause it like that. So I don't know where it is exactly used. Database write is used. Okay. Now see, it is auto-playing, right? But what if we want to change it? So simply we have to remove the carousel from here and write false. So like this, I can see it is not changing slide on its own. Now if I click on this button, it would change. Now what are these buttons exactly? You can what the hell? Suppose I just remove it. And now I play it. And now if I click on the button, okay. Okay, something is wrong with the code right now. Okay, because you can clearly see that on choosing the right, which is default by false, if it is set to true, it auto plays the carousel. But clearly we haven't put it anywhere like that, so I don't know what is happening there. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now, now if we go on the up part, the basic example, we can simply see what it is all about and check different stuff over here. But yeah, this is what it is exactly. Okay. Now here is something called database target. So the target is basically the ID of the div where we have to imply it like this. Okay, so great. So I hope you understood a bit about carousel, and in the next video we are going to look at line by line over everything, and we'll see how it would work on our site. Okay, so great. Now one thing, all right, I think this is the issue here. Let's see. Yeah, clearly this was the issue over here. Great, so thank you for watching this video. Okay, it is again changing the color. Something is seriously wrong in this thing. Well, as you can see here we have the div ID as carousel example. Okay, ID doesn't matter. Class is carousel site, carousel inner, carousel data matter, and then there's the silence. And this is not the one which moves on its own. We have to move it on. So okay, so the CodeFly version is probably acting up right now, but it doesn't matter because you understood what we are trying to tell you here. So anyways, this is what it is all about, and in the next video we'll go on this thing line by line and we'll try to implement it on a site. So thank you for watching this video and see you later. And if you remember, in the previous video we learned about carousel and how to basically, we looked at this official documentation and how it is used and everything. Now I told you we'll go through this thing line by line and see how it works exactly. Okay, great. Now here we'll start with the first div. So it is basically tells us that okay, this div basically contains the carousel. How it tells us that? By this class, carousel class. Okay. What does the slide means? So the slide basically means, the sliding transition which is happening here, as you can see. Suppose I remove the slide part and I run it. So it would look something like this. But obviously slide looks better, so we'll keep that. Then there should be an ID for this div. I'll tell you later why it is needed. And this ID should be unique in your page. Alright. Then there's data write, which tells us whether you need to autoplay it or not. And it generally means true, but here we have put it as false. Then we have a div of inner carousel. So here we have our contents hidden. Not hidden, I mean contents inside it. Okay. So yeah, great. Now what else is there? Then we have, the three divs, basically three, these slides, I'd say. Okay, and we have given them the style, so this is not of our use. And then there is this image, this image, which is also not of our use, we'll just remove this image. Okay, same thing here and same thing here. Great. So we talked about these three, and yeah, okay, one of them have to be active. So what does that mean? That whenever I see a carousel, a carousel item, this should be the first one there, and then you can navigate to others. Okay, great. Now then, what we have else? We have this button, basically these buttons. All right. And we have given them the class of carousel control prep, which gives them this shape. We have given them the type button, and here you can see that database target is carousel example. So this data target basically tells that okay, if I click on this button, it should go to the next slide. But for which carousel? For this carousel, the one it is targeting. And this basically tells us what function it performs. Alright, great. And then we have a span of class carousel control, this icon. There is this aria hidden. So I don't know exactly what is aria hidden, but it is somewhat for visually impaired people. Okay, so since just for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna remove this, and yeah, nothing would happen. Don't worry. And this is also the same thing. If I remember correctly, let's see. Yeah, it's working just fine. Great. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna copy this part and I'm going back to my Visual Studio. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to my index and the testimonials section, which is right here. I am going to paste this. Okay, and I'm going to save it. And this is the H2. I just cut it and paste it in one of this. Okay. Then this is the one of the more dummy text. I just use Control K C, and I'm gonna cut it as well, and I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, and the third one we won't be needing. Okay, so yeah, and then all this would be under our section of ID testimonials. So I'll just copy this part and paste it here. And obviously we already have a section which is this. So okay, great. Now one thing left is to remove the background color. Obviously it would look very ugly on our site. We already have a very beautiful background color. So we won't be needing this part as well, and I'll save it again. Now let's go live and see our carousel in action. Great, looks lovely. And it works. So tell me, doesn't it look nice? Yes? Great. Now one thing I want to have is these buttons are too clumsy here. I mean too congested here. We don't want that. I mean this space is very empty. I mean if I click on this button here or if I click on this page, the button should take me there, right? But and these buttons should be spread out over here as well. So for that, what we are going to do, we are simply going back to our Visual Studio, and we are going to target the carousel item. Okay, I'm going back to my style sheet, and in the testimonial section only, I just have my carousel item. I have the padding as let's say 7% and 15%. I save it, and if I go back to our site, well, lovely, right? Doesn't it look nice, right? And in similar fashion, what you can do is back here. Yeah, okay, great. This is the one I'm talking about, and here you can have your other divs as well for different testimonials, and you may increase them based on your needs. But just to give you an example, this is how it is used. So I guess you are like kind of familiar with the carousel component, and I go back to my site. So we have figured out the main, I mean front page, not front page, there's a single page website, but the header part I'll say. And then the feature section, and then the testimonial section as well. And then down below we can check, we have the pricing options, alright, and download buttons and other stuff. Okay, so this we are going to figure out in the next videos, and we'll see a lot more components of our Bootstrap. So till then, uh, just stay tuned with me, stay tuned with this video, and thank you for watching, and see you later. And I hope you remember what we have learned so far. So what we have done so far, we are learning Bootstrap, and in that we are making a new project. Okay, so that is what there it is. Now let's just go live on to see. So yeah, this is our website where we have done the top one, the features, testimonials, we learned about Carousel. So yeah, this is what we have done. And here, what we're going to do, we are going to look at the pricing one, okay, which is this section. Great. Now You can try and make it on your own. Otherwise, I'll show you some neat trick or feature of Bootstrap. So let's go to Bootstrap. Alright, go to the examples part, and here you can find bunch of project starters or snippets which you can use. This, then there is this, then there are custom components like album, pricing, checkout, product, cover, carousel. Okay, then you can see that pricing is there. Alright, you can just go here and you can look. This is what it looks like. Now you might be thinking, how are you gonna copy this thing? Simply just go to this and click on inspect. So click on inspect, and yeah, okay. You see on the main part, this is what we want to copy. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy it. Okay. So great. Now we are going to this part, and let's do one thing. Okay. So this part we are just going to Control K C. That means comment. And here we are just going to paste it. Okay. We go back to our website. We can see. Great. This is what we needed, and this is how it looks. Okay, nice. Now there is something we don't want to compare plans, although, so you can check the compare plans option where it is. Okay. Even I'm checking it. So you can see the private as this. Okay, yeah, okay, this is the compare plans thing. This is the part which we have to remove. We removed it, we'll save it again and we'll see. Okay, nice, great, looks nice. Now, rather than name, you can make it a div of class, let's say, container fluid. Go back, nice. We can do one more thing, let's make it just container and let's see. Okay, great. Now they're a bit smaller, there's a bit padding everywhere, so container, it works fine. Now this is just the normal bootstrap colors. We obviously don't want that, so you wanna change it a bit maybe. If I see, so this is the free part, rate, and we want to change the color of sign up for free. So where can you see the one sign up for free? Yeah, okay. You can make it dark. Now if I go back, great. Now here what you want to do, you want to change the get started. Now how it looks, great. Now you want to come down and the enterprise one here. It is inside this one, so Class, what we can give it, text needs to be primary, border needs to be dark. Okay. I don't think so border dark would do it. Let's make this one dark. Let's see what would happen. Great, this is what we wanted. Then in the contact us, you want the button to be dark here as well. Now how it looks. Great, this is what we needed. Now what you're going to have, you are just simply going to copy this part. Let's say Control C, and the one we already have, we want to have this part. Let's just Control C, and in the first one, which is this, you want to paste it. Let's see if it works. Okay, great. Now similarly, you can see the pricing is this part. I want to change that obviously, so just copy the amount. Let's see. Okay, all right, let's copy this amount and let's paste it over here. Great. Now if I go back, so this is how it looks, and we don't want free pro and enterprise. So there we want, on the first one we want Chihuahua. We have to put it okay over here and to save it. And then we have Labrador. So let us see that you can copy the template from Bootstrap like I did, and then you can make changes, which I'm doing currently. So this is how it is done. If you are using examples of Bootstrap, using the code snippets over there from there. All right, and then we have master. Master would be at enterprise. Let's save it. Okay, I don't know why Labrador got that thing. Alright. Now, what else is there? We want to change this part. So, we can go to the Labrador. We can just copy this. No, it has to be the li part, but we are using the paragraph. Since the text over here is correct, we don't want to change it. And it's looking nice, right? Rather than this, so that's fine using that. Okay, great. Over here, I would like to change it. Yes. Let's see. Nice. And then from over here, I would want to place it over here. Okay. Now suppose if I the last one, it looks like this. Now you can use the li part to do that, but since I don't want to change it everywhere, I'm just teaching you this stuff. I won't be doing that. If you want that on the side, you can do that. Okay. Great. So how's it looking? Nice, right? Then you go on the top, you see that these two parts are something like this. So what you can do, you can go to this thing. You can see this is what we want. Okay. So we'll just copy, and over here we're going to paste it like this. Now this has to be h2 because this is h2. Okay, and you want this to be pasted over here. Now we don't want this h2, we'll just remove it. I'll save it again. And yeah. Okay. Now what we need. We want this paragraph text as well, so we'll just, or you can do simply one thing. Can I? Okay, I can't. I will simply copy the element and over here I'll paste it. I don't want this text, I'll remove it, I'll save it again, and I'll simply cut this part, paste it over here, and I'll remove it, I'll save it, and there you go. Now another thing we want here, we can give it a class of, let's say, pricing header. In the style you can go, let's say you can say pricing, and here you can have like this. Now we want text line to be center. Let's save it. Okay, text line is obviously center. We want the margin to be auto. This should work. Okay, this is not working. This is new. Let's see. Okay, we are at this. Simply you can just Google it. How to center a header in HTML. Not HTML and CSS. Okay, we have to use the text align property, but why is it not working? That is our question. Okay, this is the part and this is the part. Now, are we going wrong on something? Text align is center, pricing header. Let's just copy this class and let's just go over here. I'll paste it, not like this. Okay, I don't know what is causing this error over here, and if you find the error you can tell me over in the what in the comment section. All right, but anyways, okay, I don't know why it is not working. Okay, let's try and have some padding from top, let's say 5 pixels. Let's see if this works. Okay, this is not working as well. Let's see. Okay, I don't know why this is not working. But okay, let's just remove it then. Let's save it, and here we are. Okay, this is the thing. But the main part was, thing was that you know how this pricing things work. Okay. And similarly, the next task over for you would be to find the same thing for our footer thing. You can find one. Okay, yes. Go to here, and not here, but yeah, in the examples part, you will just find one for yourself. And similarly, you can check other parts as well, like themes. Okay, you can like find some beautiful themes over here which you can use on a website, and great. So, alright, thank you for watching this video and see you later.